Three, two, one. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Great growth day. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us this evening. I have the plum pleasing pleasure to have my man, my friend, my mentor, my OG, Glenn P. Brooks Jr. here with us. I'm super excited for him to tap in with me this evening because, listen, he has a wealth of knowledge. And one of the things we're going to be talking about tonight is October 1st and 2nd. There's a Bootstrapping Your Way to Success event that is going to be in Maryland, and it's going to be phenomenal. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that. But first, I want you to hear from the man himself, Glenn P. Brooks Jr. What's going on, brother? How you doing, sir?
What's up, man? How you feeling? What it do? You good?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm so excited about this event that we embarking upon. What we got? Four more days.
Something like that, man. Friday we gonna be in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am super excited. Yeah. So, talk to me. What is bootstrapping and why does this event exist?
Yeah, I think that off the break, Les, first of all, thank you, man, for availing your platform so that we could chop it up. But I think that ideally, bootstrapping, for all that has even ever heard the term, has everything to do with, what do I have in my hands and what can I use right here and right now to get to where I need to be? And I think that when it comes to business and building business, a lot of people overlook the idea that you already have a ton of things already in your hand. If we took it from a spiritual standpoint, God is always asking, what do you have in your house? What do you have in your hand? What do you have? We're always, in this particular society we live in, it's all about, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. And if I don't have this, I can't do that. And I have built a entire multi-six-figure business really around the idea of using what I got to get what I need, as the infamous Chuck Brown would have said back in the day. And I'm just telling you, I think that when it comes to business, there's so many entrepreneurs, business owners, and ministry leaders who are overlooking the idea that you already have it in your hands. And I'm a proof living witness that, you don't need all the shiny objects. You don't need all the things, all the technology. And particularly in 2021, where, and this technology is allowing us to be so freaking amazing.
Game changer.
That, listen, Les, I come from a whole radio broadcasting background where you had to have real money, real influence. There were only a few gatekeepers. You had to do the most to get past them. And in order for you to launch something, bro, that was a feat. That was something to you. I mean, you really, really, really had to figure that out, and it costs. And so today it's just not the case.
Right. And that's one of the things that I'm glad we are really tapping into at this event. And we talk about it pretty often about, bootstrapping. There's so much technology and different softwares that we use today that literally changes the game for us, because we're able to do things that we wouldn't have been able to do 10 years ago. You know what I mean? 5 years ago. There's so many different software. And I'm thinking about like 10 as we're going through here. And at this event, I see somebody said, I got my ticket. I can't wait. I don't know who that is, but I appreciate you tapping in. Do me a favor and just say your name. Sometimes with StreamYard, if you didn't log, if you're not logged in, or you didn't approve for them to show your name, sometimes it won't show your name. So do me a favor and just share your name real quick. Let me know who got their ticket. Appreciate you tapping in with us this evening. So one of the things that I'm really excited about with this event is the fact that there's so many contributors that you have, been working with over the years, right? You've been collaborating with, myself included. You've collaborated with some people over the last 5-6 years, and even more, right? That have now become contributors to this event that's going to add value to this platform as well. But the beautiful thing about it is you add so much value to our lives. It's reciprocal. Can we talk a little bit about that and how important that is in bootstrapping?
Yeah, I know for me, man, I happen to have come into this entrepreneurial space less from the standpoint of there was a ton of people that really, really leaned in and decided, you know what, he was worth investing in.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've ever gone to an event. Maybe it's a conference that you paid money for, but when you got in, you got access to areas that, quite frankly, you didn't pay for. Like they
Right,
didn't have to tell you that, or they
right.
didn't have to expose you to this. And so, my experience in just this 6 year journey that I have, been on in full time entrepreneurship, from writing books to coaching to speaking, I've been in some amazing rooms with people who's
Mhm.
just decided to just give
Right.
and share and be, available. And as a result of that, man, I can promise you it is for those reasons that we've been successful. And so for me, the idea of using resources, working with people who all align is
Mhm.
huge for me. And I think that that's where exponential growth takes place. It's when you get in a room full of people. It's kind of, I'll put it in this term. You ever see a team that's kind of put together, let's say it's a basketball team,
Mhm.
and they don't have any superstars on the team. Like nobody's a superstar on the team individually,
Right.
but somehow coached up together, they mess around and win a championship.
Right.
You
Right.
get what I'm saying? I remember back in the day when the Detroit Pistons under Larry Brown won a
Mhm.
championship with your boy Rip Hamilton and all of these cats. And
Yeah,
I'm
Ben
sitting up here saying,
Wallace.
Ben Wallace, all these
Yeah.
jokers, and none of them were superstars by themselves,
Right. Right.
but somehow together, this man, as a coach, was able to get these cats to play together in a way that it just caused havoc, man, on the industry and on the league. And that's what we do. And so if it's you, if it's Monty, if it's Alicia, if it's Cherie, if it's Jennifer, all of the different ones that are coming through and contributing, we are Motley Crew and
Yeah.
we killing it individually, but together we're better together than we are apart. And it's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful because when I think about the lineup of contributors to this event, each and every one of them have helped me in my business. You know what I mean? Every single one of them, I've had a conversation, a consultation, and has grown into a relationship where they've helped me specifically in areas of my business that I need help. You talking about Jennifer J? You know what I mean? The premier VA gonna be in the building. Like
Absolutely
you're
fire.
not there. You need to get your ticket. Let me just do a quick housekeeping. There is a link that's in the description here. So please click that link if you're so far what you heard sounds like something you would want to get involved in. It sounds like you've been stuck in your business, or you've been in a place where you want to grow, you want to scale, but you just don't know how to quite do that. So Glenn has so much experience in this area of growing and scaling, and he's taught me these things, and I've seen his example, and I've been able to emulate it, and it's worked for me in my business. So much so that things are really working out here at home. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you. I appreciate that, and I want to make sure that people get an opportunity because I want to be a little selfish real quick and talk about my area in the South Jersey arena. um, a lot of people are not collaborating. There's a lot of talent, there's a lot of gifts, but a lot of people are not. They're not collaborating, and a lot of it is because there may be some selfishness. There may be I want to be the face, like you said. We don't want to run like the Detroit Pistons. People want to run like the Chicago Bulls. You know what I mean? And it's like, look, I get you want to be the star, but the reality is this: you by yourself being a star, and it's not going to work. So if you get in a system and in a team and in a collaboration method where you can continue to grow and scale with each other, the better it'll be, and the more the environment will grow, the energy will grow, and you'll have more and more people, and then where there's more people, there's more opportunities. So I just wanted to say that because I know I'm on a platform where people going to watch this from the South Jersey area, and I want to expose them first of all to my mentor, my OG, to my coach, but then also I want them to understand what you and or I should say what we are doing, and that we're going to even bring this energy to South Jersey as well. Like I'm gonna speak that in the atmosphere.
Yeah, come on with it. Let me say this
So,
real quick. For my folks in the South Jersey area, I remember my days back in the day when I was stationed at Fort Dix, New Jersey. And so Wrightstown, Camden, you know what I'm saying, Philly, you know what I'm saying, that whole tri-state area. One of the things that I realized is that that area shaped me in a way that changed the trajectory of my life. You know, I remember coming across the Delaware Memorial Bridge, you know what I'm saying, coming back to visit my family and do what needed to be done. But here's what I know, Les, and I'm gonna say this, man, that if we could get beyond ourselves as individuals, and that's what that trek in my life taught me. You know, when I was in the military, it wasn't about me.
right, right,
It wasn't just about me, because if we go into battle together, we got to come home together. And I
right.
think that unfortunately, what most people, particularly in our day and age, they're thinking, well, I got to get mine. It's about me and mine. But one of the things that we have done, particularly in the space that we get to grow entrepreneurs in, is that we have really been able to major in seeing people as individuals, but growing them collectively.
Mm,
I'm going to say that again. We
mm,
see them as individuals, your individual skill set, your individual talent, your individual bent, your
right,
individual calling, if you will, your individual skill, different ideas, or maybe a dream or vision. But then being able to grow you in a collective, I'll put it this way. A lot of people operate in silos.
right.
Silos were originally designed to store things. They were never a design to grow things. And so when you think about a silo, you think about storing grain or wheat or bar or whatever the case may be. You don't think about anything involving sunlight. You don't think about anything involving nurturing. You don't think about anything involving, watering, any kind of irrigation systems. None of that
Mm,
comes through a silo. That it's designed to be an isolated space where
yeah,
things are stored. But
yeah.
I believe that growth, real growth, exponential growth happens in community. It
Mm,
happens in a garden environment where there's plenty of sunlight, there's plenty of water, there's plenty of nutrition. There's a
right,
there's a farmer who is caring for the crop, if you will, and he is concerned about each individual crop. And so at the end of the day, when you get in an environment, particularly when you're new to business, that changes everything. Listen, let me say this, man. I'm getting ready to release what will be my 7th book. My wife, her 2nd book. Together, we've
congratulations.
written 9 books, and we're going to release those latter books, those recent books, at this event. We've gone on to sell more than 50,000 copies of books since
Ooh, say that
2011.
again. Say that again.
We have gone on to sell more than 50,000 copies of
Mm,
books since 2011. Here's how that's happened. It's happened in community.
mm,
It's because of our network. It's because of our relationship garden, if you will, that has taken place. And we've just been able to leverage in a way where people are happy and they're excited about spreading the word. Like, yo, there's this guy. He says, he talks about this thing and it changed my life. And you might want to pick this thing up. And before you know it, we're doing events and folks are buying 7, 8, 9, 10 books a person,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're giving them out to their employees. They're giving them out to the people that they lead and all those kinds of things. So I'm telling you, man, bootstrapping your way to success is how we've done it since we've been in full-time business since 2006. And I'm sorry, 2016, 15, 16 is when we got started. 2006 reminds me when we went to Atlanta, and that was not the land of milk and honey. It was a whole thing. So for all my Atlantans, yeah, I love you, but it was a rough patch there for the 9 years that we was there. But no, I'm telling you, man, it's a whole thing, and I can't wait for people to show up in the DMV. Y'all make sure y'all go to the link in Les's description and click the link, sign up, become a part of this, whether you're watching us now or by way of replay. I will tell you, Wednesday evening, 5 p.m. this week will mark the close of our online or our advanced registration. So
Right.
I promise you, if you're going to get in the building, it's a hybrid event, whether online or in the building. You definitely want to get your ticket as soon as possible. We're going to have a great time, bro. I can't wait to see you, man.
Oh man, I cannot wait. Look. Here, I'm gonna post this up real quick. Cherie said, "We all need some help. We all need some help." And it's interesting because my presentation is about establishing brand culture and how you have so many people around the world. Not because you're international at this point. You know what I mean? Like you're international, and people are screaming, "We all need some help." And it's not just and just kind of talking about the brand culture real quick, it's not just about um the slogan. It's about the energy and the action that comes with it. Like this is a message that you promise, but you it's congruent with your actions are congruent with your message. And I love that about you. And I love that about your wife because I know that I'm going to get some help. And if it may not be for you, from you, again, you have the contributors on your team and you know people that can help me in this area or help this person in that area. So
Absolutely.
that community growth is ideal. And I'm just
Absolutely.
excited because the people that are going to be in the building, they're going to grow so much exponentially. I mean, the
Yeah.
people even in the MMC. You want to talk about the
No,
MMC before we go?
no, it's a whole thing. For those that don't know, we run a community called the MAPS Masterclass Business Builder Academy. Les is one of the contributors. We have probably about a half a dozen, maybe 7 or 8 now that I'm thinking about it. Contributors. They all specialize in a specific area. I'm just one of them.
Mhm.
So I may be the leader of the community. I may be the founder of the community. I may even be the curator of the community. But here's what I'm not. I'm not everything to the community.
Mhm.
And so when we start talking about this whole idea of collaborating, I start with me. I am good at one or two things, like legit. I am ridiculously amazing at a very few things that we always talk about the focusing question. What is the
Right.
one thing such by doing that makes everything either easier or unnecessary?
Sorry.
And what I learned in my old age, because this is real and so is this, the truth of the matter is that I don't have the energy to be all things to all people that I might win some. I
Right.
rather be everything to one person that I might get all of them.
Right. Right.
And the way I do that is by collaborating and connecting the dots with cats who deliver a thing that I don't do, that show up in a space and adds value to things that, quite frankly, I'm the student. And so that's what the MMC is. It's a collective of a group of people. And every quarter we open it up to a different cohort, and it's a 6 month program that we open up every quarter. And so every quarter you will run for 6 months. And this event that we're doing sort of is an introduction to some degree to that community. But man, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I would rather not. I can't believe, Les, that coming up this fall is our 12th cohort,
That's
and
crazy.
you've been there every single step of the way, bro.
Yeah.
I remember when we met face to face for the first time at
Yeah.
Stay Ready, 2017,
Yep.
in DC.
Yep.
It was ET's event. We were in the same business community. You and I were growing together,
Mhm.
and we got to chopping it up. It was like a 3 day event or something like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
got to hanging out every day. Before I knew it, I knew everything about your family. And before I knew it, man, we were building together, and here we are. All these years later, still adding crazy value to people. So here's what I want to suggest to everyone, and I know all of y'all are looking at the clock. I am too.
I know
Monday
we
Night
got
Football is about to go
football.
down.
I know. I
Right,
know.
right. Look. You right on the edge of
Right
Philly.
on the
Like, so
crux
you
of it.
paying attention. Right.
You
So
got 2
I don't
minutes.
want
You got 2 minutes.
listen, the 2 minute drill. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're an entrepreneur that is stuck in your head and you are trying to figure out how to get out of your head and into the marketplace where you can do the most good, right? Because quite frankly, you could write the book but never sell it, and you don't get to transform lives.
Mm.
Listen to me. You can do the podcast, but no one downloads it, and you never get to transform a life. You can be a speaker to those that know you closest, but never get to the stage and never transform a life. You can have the bomb cakes and fish and whatever restaurant you running, but you don't have the customer and clientele base to be able to bring that goodness and that love to other people. That's why this event is necessary. This
Right.
event is about helping people get out of their heads and deliver a thing that they've been thinking about. Quite frankly, you probably have spent much more money than you make. building this idea, and you want to really be able to launch it in a way that matters. And so that's why we do bootstrapping your way to success. Because I think, quite frankly, Les, I mean, you know, when we get to 7, 8, 9 figures, I'm gonna still be bootstrapping. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
am
yeah.
not interested
I
in
love
all
it.
the things.
I love
You know
it.
what I mean? Like,
I love it.
let's transform somebody's life. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, everybody, please make sure you go to the description, the link in the description. Please make sure that you register by way of you know, we doing, it's a hybrid event, so you can attend virtually or you can attend in person. Listen, I'd love to see you in person. All right, come get this value in person. But if you can't come, that's cool. Definitely make sure that you get the information right from your screen. So I love you out of life. Glenn, thank you so much for taking out this time, man. I love you.
Hey, bro.
Appreciate you. Tell Cherie I said I love her. Thank you.
I
And I'll
will.
talk to you soon. See you on
No,
Friday.
tell Tosh and the babies, all 20 of them, that I said what's up, and you be good, man. I can't wait to see you on Friday, man. Be good. We'll talk soon.
All right. Talk soon. Love you, man.